Hello everyone, welcome to the Gamesline podcast. My name is Scott. Joining me today, producer Lorelai. Lorelai, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I get to pod again. I love podding with Scott too.
It's been a bit. We're in the middle of a weird podcast transitional phase where we just sat down. We just had a big meeting, a big old juicy meeting, delicious. Ooh, love to taste what's in the meeting. And then we were like, hey, we should really think about how we're going to rework this podcast. And then you were like, I need to become the producer. And we have all unanimously decided that Lorelai is now producer Lorelai.
I am producer Lorelai. I'm no longer just editor Lorelai. I'm producer. It's wild.
This is your podcast now. You own it.
It is. It's mine. It's
make
mine now. We have rules and regulations. Like no more jokes.
Oh, well.
I hear you laughing, Scott.
Oh, okay. I'll try. I'll try my best.
More laughing.
I'll try my best, man. I really will.
But
I'll try my best.
But we're not alone. We have a special guest this week who has also agreed not to be funny and follow the rules.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have my little young boy Russ here. Russ, what's going on?
Hey everyone! Thank you, Boss Man Scott, for having on me. #mymaster. This isn't a joke because we're not doing that on this podcast.
No, this isn't a joke. We're not joking anymore.
And I was gonna say, Boss Man Scott, I've been on his stream a lot. We're currently working on a project together, which I don't know if we're plugging or not, because this is not a funny show. And
I don't think our movie is funny either. Our movie is a serious work of art.
It's funny, but also it has chills, it has thrills, it has romance.
It has hype moments, it has aura.
It's kind of like being like, oh, you can't, I don't need vegetables.
It's like,
and you're like,
it's the Avengers.
Pizza,
The Avengers that
the comedy is second to the drama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the dickle. You get your dill pickle on a pizza. It's just, special.
Now, me and Russ have finally put out the trailer for our movie Delgo 2, which is premiering this week, May 18th on twitch.tv/FKASocks. Very excited. We have a star-studded cast. You can find the Delgo 2 trailer on any of our socials. It's on YouTube. It's out there. Delgo 2 is real. It's happening. And we're very excited. Lorelai, since you have the two creators of Delgo 2 here side by side, are there any burning questions you've been wanting to ask about? I know you're a Delg head.
We can't say too much. I'm warning you now. We can't go too deep.
We can't do any spoilies.
So, how much is a big time shipper like myself going to be in with the Delgo?
Well, no, please continue your question, or don't. It's fine.
Well, can I answer this one, Boss Man Scott?
Yeah.
Please.
Me and Scott, we weren't going to do this project together. Delgo's been asking for the right story for this for years. He's out there. He says he's wanted Delgo 2 for a long time, but it needs to have the right story. And me and Scott, when we crafted it, the first thing we came together and we said, what is the main theme of Delgo? And you know what we both said at the same time? Let's do it right now. 3, 2, 1. It's love.
It's love.
It's love. And we wanted to keep that power and that feeling of love throughout the whole story. And you're going to feel it between the characters. And we cover pretty much the gamut of every kind of love there is. Romantic love, platonic love, and a lot of sexual love. Let me just say it now. If you wanted to know what the different characters of the Delgoverse do with their tongues, they're going to go wild with them. And
hog wild.
There's a lot of sucking and fucking in this movie. That's really exciting. That's really exciting for me. Just as Delgo's a director, but I've had a good hand in just being able to craft the story, and I've
right.
I've sort of been assistant directing the actors and their roles, because some of them don't feel comfortable in a sexual position at all. Some of them have flat out refused, and I've told them, listen, no, you have to do this if you want to get somewhere in Hollywood, and they've begrudgingly accepted their role. Now finally
So you set up a CGI casting couch?
Well, there's a lot. Well, I don't necessarily want to say what kind of couches that we've been using in the back in the green room of Delgo. Delgo.
They don't even look like couches at this point. What we've done to them.
No, not after what we've done.
They just look like masses of fluff and feathers at this point. You know what I mean?
But it was important for us to capture the spirit of Delgo to be able to reproduce the sort of sexual chemistry to reproduce that Delgo is probably, I think, the most sexual character in the movie.
He's a very sexual being, but in a way, you said earlier there'd be a lot of fucking and sucking. You forgot the third part, Boss Mascot. Fucking, sucking, and loving.
And loving.
That's what comes third, they come once, they come twice, and then when it comes third, it's love. And that's so important for a lot of Hollywood cinema these days. It's all about violence and sex, and it's not about emotions, and that's what we kind of want to get back to with this story. You know what I mean?
So
there's so
how
many...
violent is the movie?
Deeply violent.
So violent. Currently you're telling me it's a PG-13 movie, but if there's violence, it might be rated R. So I just want to know if I could take my teenage cousin to it.
I do want to make it clear that this is ultimately a movie for children. But there's a little something for mommy and daddy in there.
All animated films are for children, let's be honest,
right. All cartoons are for kids, yeah. But no, it's deeply violent. There's a lot of really grotesque blood and gore and violent imagery.
But it's
and stuff.
earned. It's earned. If you showed this to a 2-year-old, they would feel the earnedness of it.
They would understand it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because nature is violence. What are the two things? What are the two things animals like to do? Is have sex. And then fuck. Or wait, no, and then kill. They have sex, fuck, and then kill. And that's what's... Have you ever watched a nature documentary before? That's so much a part of nature. Animals love to do? It's love. Sorry to go back to that point again, but that's what we wanted to do in the script.
Does seem like a very earnest movie. If you had to describe how earnest it is, would you say scared stupid or goes to jail?
Hey, Vern, we must control the stones, Vern. No, please.
No,
Anyways,
I think it's Ernest goes to the army because there's unfortunately the thing is when it comes to civilizations trying to escape oppressive regimes, escape the grasp of bigotry, sometimes things need to get a little bit violent, and that's sort of what happens when a real revolution happens.
And I'm going to say it now.
Violent and sexy revolution.
We're going to say it now. Delgo 2 is not a political movie.
It is not a political movie. Not once. Not at all.
But it is so moving and spiritual, it might incur politics to happen. we set out not to do any politics. I think it might actually be the first work of art that has no politics touching it whatsoever. So anybody from any religion or creed or worldview, if you're a hedonist, you'll love this movie.
A lot of hedonism in this movie, yeah.
You'll still like it because there's a lot of good themes and messages to it too. And you can all enjoy it because there are no politics in it whatsoever.
It is truly a movie for everyone. It runs the entire gamut of pure human emotion. It has every single thing you could possibly ask for in a movie.
That's beautiful. I can't wait.
Yes. And we're hoping if the movie's a big enough hit and America and the rest of the world are willing, who's not to say Delgo 2 the video game coming soon?
Right. Because we are a video game podcast. We are Gamesline. And guess what? There's been a lot of Hey, have you heard about this stuff? It's not... Listen, games have come a long way since Pac-Man. And there's a lot of stuff out there that's been happening. Russ, as our very not so special guest, what have you been playing?
I was explaining before the podcast that I was one of the rubes. I did do one of my greatest freaking gaming boss battles in a while. I did do the Switch 2 pre-order where I hit I did Legend of the 16 shot, smashed the MF and left mouse button on the Target website to try and get the Switch 2. And it didn't work. I did get through Best Buy, so I do have a Switch 2. And when that drops, everybody,
you have a Switch 2 already?
Yeah, well, it's not on me yet.
This is breaking. Holy shit. Russ has the Switch too.
I'm clicking you with the mouse function right now, Scott.
I feel myself being clicked. Oh.
Yeah, and you can't hear me? I'm currently inside of the Switch in that one little game that costs $10.
Come on.
I'm in the little rotors in the little Switch game. Ooh, I'm down here. Sorry if the audio's all jacked up because I'm down here, but no. So I'm pretty much broke right now. I can't afford nothing. So I've been going through my backlog a little bit. Well, not really, because I'm working my way through the Tsukihime remake, which that's not even a video game. That's a book you read that occasionally.
No, that counts as a video game.
I guess it does. It's the visual novel debate. It's not something I'm willing to ever have a conversation about. It's just hard to talk about on a video game podcast.
Listen, as people who firmly respect the House of Fata Morgana, the Tsukihime remake is frankly as much of a game to me as Tetris.
Yes,
and we know games have come a long way since Pac-Man.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I wish it was like Persona or something though, because sometimes your characters are mean to the girls, and you're like, stop being mean to them. I want you to have more choices and stop being so mean to the girls. Switch off that, Shaky. Don't do that anymore. But I guess it's for the story. I guess it's for Nasu. I don't know.
Yeah,
this is why I don't respect makers. I would not say anything that mean if I was in his position, but I don't know. I'm not cheeky.
Well, Lorelai, I know me and you have both been playing a little something. A little bit. I would probably say it's the topic du jour these days. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. How deep are you in your expedition, Lorelai?
I feel like I'm about like halfway through chapter 2. I don't know. I feel like I'm like all the way at the far end of the map already, but I feel like there's like way too much to come.
Yeah, I basically just started at 2, which is funny because it's like I'm hearing from my friends who have like basically beaten the game by now. It's like, yeah, I'm doing like 2 billion damage per attack, and it's like, oh.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm already doing like not all 9s per hit on most attacks, and like then you run into like a super optional super boss that kicks your ass in one turn, and you go, oh, I'm gonna slightly change up my build and then murder it in 2 hits. So.
Yeah, and it is really nice how quickly you can just like swap a few things around, and suddenly you're like absolutely trouncing enemies who were giving you a huge problem before. Like I found one super boss that was like constantly adding armor to itself. So I'm like, well, what if I just bring in Mael and just have her use the ability over and over again that just breaks all armor?
Yep, that's exactly how I beat that fucker.
It's fun.
I know it really is.
I know this is horribly reductive. What I mean, listen, I know it's original, all that. What games are people comparing it to? I know it has like inputs like a Mario RPG.
Right.
Does it have any press turn stuff in it?
People keep comparing it to things, and I genuinely think all those people are kind of dumb because this is just Lost Odyssey.
We're back at it again. Sakaguchi has snuck into the Francais.
Like it's legitimately like Lost Odyssey had the timed button press stuff. Like it had the very sad story that made you cry with side stuff that sometimes made you laugh and cry, and it had it's scratching the Lost Odyssey tingle I had in the back of my head that made me want to replay Lost Odyssey recently. I
still haven't played Lost Odyssey. I do have it, and I got a physical copy, all 4 discs.
You should. Lost Odyssey is legitimately one of my favorite games of all time.
And I believe it's Series X compatible. So it's like
yes, it is.
I think I could just pop that disc in and just like play Lost Odyssey. I just haven't done it yet.
I don't want to. I'll just say it. I remember being a teenager and seeing Lost Odyssey at a GameStop for like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, should I buy this? Or should I buy an Assassin's Creed? I think I was like pre-ordering Assassin's Creed 2 or something. I'm like, I got to know the saga of Ezio Auditore from Data Forense.
Well, yeah, of course.
And you kind of look back in those, what is it, sliding door moments of your life where you're like, dang, I could have been a legit gamer. I could have been a real head. And here I am. I've played all the 3 Ezio Assassin's Creed game, and now I look like an idiot on a podcast. You know what I mean? I look like the rube, you know?
I am just glad that somebody white finally made a turn-based RPG so we can say that JRPGs are good.
Yeah, I guess.
I legitimately hate the internet right now. I feel bad. I legitimately feel bad for the developers because, like, there was, like,
they
2
seem like
weeks
real
of
heads.
time.
They seem like real heads is the thing where it's like
they never said anything like that.
Right.
But, like, websites, YouTubers are all reporting, like, that the developers are the ones saying they're fixing JRPGs or that they only had a team of 30 people or that they found their their music guy just searching SoundCloud when it was literally the guy was posting all over in developer forums and they saw him there. It's like, no, this game was made exactly the same way almost every other indie game is made.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is, like, whenever a game like this comes out and it has, like, some sort of, like, cult following, it's like, they have to mythologize everything. Like, here's the thing, it's like, Souls games are weird, obviously. They're weird in a whole bunch of ways, like a whole bunch of modern games aren't. But also, they're still developed like most games are developed. You know what I mean? So we get, like... So, like, when people talk about Souls games, there's always, like, a whole bunch of weird mythologizing about, like, oh, Miyazaki, he's so fucking, like, he's so fucking smart and stuff. And it's like, yeah, he seems like a really smart dude, but it's like, for a while, he was just, like, a middleman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a team of people, you know.
Exactly.
Hundreds of people work on these video games, and then one of them's going to depart, and people are going to be like, "Why is the parry not as good?" And it's like, well, the guy who did the parry system on the game left, and now he's working on a Neo 8 or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, if we had, that would be Game of the Generation Neo 8 when it comes out.
Yeah, well,
Lorelai
it won't be Neo 8, it'll be Neo
head.
Infinity, and the 8 will be sideways, so you know what
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, you're just giving me a boner right now. I'm sorry. I'm just, my girl dick is hard.
Listen, I could not tell you anything about that. I played the half of Strangers of Paradise, right?
Russ, you're in here with the Neo head, so I think you just need to
somebody
sit back.
who has called, this is the first year that I didn't include Neo 2 in my top 10 list, and that's just because I actually really fucking liked their new game so much.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
Rise of the Ronin, fantastic fucking game. They actually nailed the parry stuff, which they didn't do with Wo Long, which, good game, but not half as good as Neo 2.
Yes.
We can't keep relitigating Neo 2. We have to talk about Claire Obscure.
Yes.
Speaking of parries.
I just really like there's like how every boss is so different.
Yeah. There's a lot of good, like, boss variety, and I like how much variety there is in, like, the normal enemies as well. Like, there's only enemies that you can fight with, like, the third-person shooting mechanic, and then there's, like... Russ? Yeah?
Do you ever fight, like, a fridge or a train or something? Do you ever fight, like, a weird object? That's kind of what I'm interested in when it comes to JRPG.
Most of the enemies are weird-looking, but, like, they're fantasy weird-looking. The only, like, joke enemies are mimes.
Yes.
So I will be honest here. I think the game looks cool. I think I've watched maybe like 5 minutes of gameplay via Scott's Discord. I was worried I'm not a fantasy head. I'm more of a, our Final Fantasy style elevated fantasy setting, but like they have cars or like an iPhone or something. I'm just not into swords and sorcery, and I wanted to play Dragon's Dogma, and I will eventually, Dragon's Dogma 2, but it's still that part of me is like, fantasy, I'll get around to it later. So the look of this is cool.
It's a little more like, it's a little more like elevated fantasy in terms of like, there's a lot more technology and stuff.
It sounds superior.
It's got that fun It's got a fun kind of elevation, though. Like, it really is like, it's nice to have a game that has completely caught me off guard a couple of times with where it went narratively, but it's really fun to explore the world and see like in some areas there are like different technological levels of cars and things like that are just in the back. Like it's
there's a lot of interesting like world building in terms of like the level design and seeing like, oh, there's a lot of weird stuff here that there probably shouldn't be. That's strange. I wonder what that's about. And it's like, you can kind of piece together what's sort of going on that, like, you can sort of piece together what's going on there, but at the same time, it's like, you know, the mystery of it is still pretty fun.
I guess the way I categorize in my head is like the difference between elf fantasy and big fantasy steampunk engine fantasy. Final Fantasy VII fantasy. I guess that's how I think things. Is it like Final Fantasy VII or is it like elves and shit?
How do you feel about France?
You know, I went to Paris a couple years ago. Really beautiful city. I loved France. You know,
what if it was? I'm all about fantasy
and obelisk and stuff. So you know, they know what's up.
What if it was fantasy France?
Oh, you know, you got me there.
What if you had like a literal like limp bent Eiffel Tower over your starting town?
Yeah. Wow. There's one like cutscene they point out where it's like, oh, there's like a giant Ferris wheel just like crashed in the middle of the ocean, and they're like, oh wow, I can't believe there was like a Ferris wheel here. And then the main character's like, actually no, that's not a Ferris wheel. They actually built a really large wheel so they could try and wheel themselves over the ocean. And you think it's a joke, and then you find like an audio log that's like, oh yeah, that's literally what they tried to do.
It's so good. Some of the audio logs are so good.
Is it like France where there's a lot of teenagers wearing Dragon Ball Z t-shirts too?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
I mean, you can give all of your characters Super Saiyan hair. Eventually.
Interesting. Are all the teenagers at the McDonald's for some reason just hanging out, just having a good time?
You have a very specific experience when it comes to France.
Yes, you can order yourself a Royale with cheese.
Yeah, I did have a Royale with cheese when I was in France. So
rate it compared to the QPC.
Oh. Let me think. It was actually okay. Both times I had McDonald's in France, it was because I was starving and it was the closest thing nearby. And I got it, and I was like, wow, this is so much better than American McDonald's. But can you really say that? Can you really say that when also you hadn't eaten since 6 a.m. that morning? You had a piece of Laughing Cow cheese for breakfast, and then it was 3 p.m. and you had a McDonald's hamburger. Was it good? Was it better? I don't know. It's tough to say.
I mean, it's still a mediocre hamburger, but it's better than it is in the States.
Yes, and I did get a hamburger in France from a real restaurant, and that was pretty good too.
Ooh,
so also at this restaurant, I went with my sister, and she was there for company work, and I was like, riding her coattails. We were eating at this restaurant with her company, and then some Blues Brothers impersonators came in and started playing Blues Brothers covers, but in French.
Oh no,
real story.
Russ! I regret to inform you, but those were actually Nevrons, and they were there to kill you. Oh no, no! I can't believe you ran into Nevrons.
Wait, are there an evil version of the Blues Brothers called the Nevrons?
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. No, the enemies the enemies in Claire Obscure Expedition 33 are just called Nevrons.
They're Nevrons.
I
Nevrons.
really like just these extremely British people just being like merde all the time.
It was really fun getting like. So one of the actress who plays Maëlle, who's the teenage girl on your team, is just Shadowheart, and she's doing the Shadowheart voice, and it's like I
thought people said there were no teenagers in this. I thought this was Persona in college.
Well, all the other characters are adults. There's just one teenager, and she's the main. She's like the main character's adopted younger.
She does about 1 billion more damage than anyone else.
She's insanely strong. Is the thing?
Yeah,
she's ridiculous.
She could gank Snow from FF13. Gonna kill Hope's ass. It's Hope, right?
Well, yeah. For power scaling, she would fucking destroy Hope.
Yeah. Oh, poor Hope. But what about his boomerang? Do we come back? And Vanille had a
and then she'd hit
pole.
R1 to parry it, and then do 9,999 damage.
3 times
Wow.
This game is sick. You asked before, like, what you would compare it to. It's like Lorelai said, obviously Lost Odyssey, but like I think a lot of the contemporary comparisons are like, it's obviously Dark Souls. Like, they have dodge rolls, they got parries, they got bonfires. It's Dark Souls. They got Estus Flask. It's Dark Souls. They have it's very Persona in the sense of like the enemies are in the world, so you like walk up and hit them, and if you hit them at the right time, you get a first strike. You know, it's a mix of like all of these different mechanics from like a whole bunch of different JRPGs, and they all blend together really well. I think it's the thing that like is sort of like the big takeaway from it. It just feels really fun to play.
I know I'm on a video game podcast because things are blending well. Yes, I know. I'm enjoying this. Oh, the things are blending. Yes.
Any other thoughts on Expedition 33 before we move on?
Honestly, at this point, like, I'm just excited to see where it goes. Like, I was originally... It is the kind of game that when I was trying to decide what to stream next, I was bouncing between that and another game I'm going to talk about, 1000X Resist.
Well,
which I'm going to call it a different thing every time.
Let's go ahead and move on to it. Talked about 1,000
Vancouver's
times Resist.
Thank you, Canada.
So 1,000 Times Resist, which is what it's actually called, is a wildly good Canadian as hell game.
Wow, we go from France to Canada. When are we going to get the first French-Canadian game?
It's literally financed by the Canadian government, right?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. A lot of the financing came from that. It is how to describe, I would call it a walk and talker.
Yeah.
Because all you do is walk and talk and make dialogue choices and explore this world that is dead.
Would you say dystopic?
Yeah.
A universe where asset reuse reigns.
Yes. And it is like kind of incredible how well they do it, because every single character is a clone.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're stepping on RGG's toes, you know what I mean? But you gotta learn from the masters if you want to master asset reuse.
Yeah, so I started playing, and the first chapter of it is sort of just exploring like a high school that happened before like the end of the world, because you're sort of jumping into people's like, I hate to say Assassin's Creed memories, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
Is Abstergo here? Like, what are we doing?
You're Absterging it.
No.
And
we can't be Absterging it. No.
And you're sort of seeing essentially there was essentially like one survivor of a virus outbreak that was brought by weird aliens. Or that's like all I know at this point, because I'm only 2 chapters in.
I think where did I leave off? So I was playing this game and I fell off somewhere.
Oh, Rusty, of course you fell off. Yeah, I know you fell off.
I got distracted. Listen, there was another game that came out that I was like hell bent on beating. You know, I have this problem where I start story games and I fall off, and I start a new one and I'm like, well, I gotta get back to it. I was enjoying my time with 1,000 Times Resist. I want to say I got to the 3rd chapter.
Yeah, 1,000 Cross Resist is pretty cool.
Well, now you're messing with me.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of cool stuff in it, though. Anyway, I didn't mean to throw you off your place. I'm just trying to remember exactly where I left off.
I mean, I will say that the second chapter is about the main character back in time leaving home.
Yeah, I did that.
And it goes over her, like, home life and all of these things of, like, her packing up her things or moving into her house. It jumps through time in just this really cool way. And when I finished that chapter and started chapter 3, I needed to take like a week-long break to process it. It was the way they did storytelling with the way rooms changed, the way you moved through the house, the way you explored the space, and time kept progressing forward, but then would progress back, and you learn more and more about the main character who is like Chinese diaspora. Her parents moved to Canada from China, and she was born in Canada, so is like sees herself as Canadian and is like super like resentful of her parents sometimes.
Right, yes.
And like trying to fit in with all, and just there's so much just fascinating writing in there that that second chapter, I don't want to talk more about it because it is legitimately one of the most astounding pieces of fiction I've read through.
Wow.
And walked through.
I'll agree with you because I remember reading through the first chapter and being like, oh, quirky high school, okay. As as somebody who works in education, I'm like, every time I'm like, a quirky high school, okay, I'm done with teenagers. But going through that second chapter, I'm like, ooh, there's something really interesting here. And it's always fun when you can kind of blend that stuff in with like a blending in. And when you can always get stuff together with like a sci-fi theme, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the other thing I really was enjoying about it, and I don't want to go too far into it, but you can tell I really like that these people, this studio is clearly wearing their, what do you call it again? Their inspirations on their sleeve. Because even that, I wouldn't say it. This, for lack of a better comparison, it reminded me of PT, of going through a singular space over and over again, but finding little differences. I'm sure there's a better game than that because PT is, playing off that kind of mechanic, but it's not the only one, and it's more a horror thing. And then I like that it's almost like it reminded me of the original Nier game where they're kind of playing around with like how they're telling the story here, there, and everywhere, because you're gonna get in later in, and the way they present the story changes. So, but I don't want to spoil anything else. But they're bouncing around doing interesting things. I gotta get back to it.
It's genuine, like, and the look and style and the fact that even though they are all clones, essentially, like, how they are born is, like, different parts of the personality, kinda. So you have, like, the Watchers, and my personal favorite, the healer, my personal favorite will always be there's one of them just called Bang Bang Fire, and I still don't know entirely what that means.
Yes. Now, when are they going to
And I love her to death. She's so cool.
Maybe they're like the griller. Maybe they run the barbecue.
They want to get the grill, yes.
Yeah, they're getting the brats. Don't they eat like an algae paste or something? What? Don't they have like, we don't eat? They drink. Yeah, they have a bar.
They inject it directly into themselves because they can't take their suits off without getting exposed to the virus.
That's terrible.
It's
what's even the dang point?
Yeah. I am really hooked to see where it goes. I have never been this I need to get back in there. But also I need a break to process this.
And then you're in a call with a guy who's like, "Oh, I liked it. I got to get back around to it. I'm too busy playing the game where you have sex with a vampire."
I mean, to be fair, I'm too busy playing the game where you're French and stabbing things with a sword.
True. Listen, it's fun to click on things until they die, but sometimes you need to click on things to learn the power of love.
Exactly.
And or to discover the truth. Also, okay, and this is so not 1,000x or what is it? Hunter.
It's 1,000 times resist.
Yes. I do feel bad that it was probably like the 18th piece of media that came out at that time, which was the allegory of the cave metaphor. Like, the information being presented to you is not the complete story, which that was just like every other thing, like genre thing at the time. Transformers did it. That's what Transformers 1 was. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all an allegory of the cave. I get it. Society. We're not getting the full story.
Look, we live in a society.
Yes. And the only one trying to tell us the truth is the Joker. Joker 2, Folie à Deux, on Blu-ray, DVD, right? Combo pack right now. Steelbook. Look it up.
Speaking of society, I've been playing a game where you build a society, but you build it by playing Tetris. It's called Drop Duchy. You gotta check this shit out. It's called Drop Duchy. Ostensibly, it is a roguelike Tetris strategy game, city builder strategy game, where the premise of it is you have a whole bunch of pieces and you are building out a certain tract of land, and that includes not only your military but also the enemy's military as well. Like you're basically forced to place enemy pieces and trying to figure out the best placement of them. It's interesting, but it's all done through Tetris. It's literally it is probably the coolest implementation of Tetris mechanics I think I've ever seen in any kind of derivative game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been really fun. I've been playing it a whole bunch. I unlocked all 3 of the factions. It does this really, really cool thing where as soon as you feel like you have a handle on the game, you go through the progression tree, and it's hey, do you just want a brand new mechanic that completely fucking changes everything? And you're yeah. And then it does. And that happens multiple times.
Wow.
It's so brilliant. Wait,
let me guess. They dropped Puyo Puyos in there.
I haven't gotten. Oh man, I would love it if we just suddenly had Puyo Puyos. No, it's
what if it's medieval virus, it's the Black Plague, but they're Puyo Puyos?
Oh, I could actually see them doing something like that. Is the thing?
Wow. What if it's columns and you have to earn riches through putting the gems together? Shout out to my column heads. Any column heads in the chat, please sound off right now. This is a podcast, but please sound off.
Yeah, if any of them in the chat, please sound off. No, it sticks pretty close to Tetris, but the new mechanics are stuff instead of building cards, now there are technology cards that give you a passive, and suddenly it's instead of collecting a whole bunch of buildings, now you have to make a decision between, do I collect a necessary building that I might need, or do I take a passive buff instead? One of the mechanics I recently unlocked, which also plays into the last faction, is there's a faith mechanic. Kind of like how Civilization added faith, and there's a whole bunch of parts that synergize with faith, and all of them seem to be dealing with multiplicative stuff. And faith is a resource that you build up over the course of a match, and it's and then that faith gets converted into followers, and then the Order faction that specializes with faith, you could send followers off to gather more resources or get you other things. It's crazy the level of stuff that's in this game, and it's just fun. It's just I find myself just sitting there and looking at a board for a really long time, trying to figure out how the fuck do I make all of these pieces work in a way that makes sense? And then when you finally do, it feels so awesome. And sometimes it does, and sometimes you fuck up, but then you still win the match anyways, and you're the ability to rubber band is so cool. It's such a cool game. It's so hard to explain. Without you just looking at it and seeing what exactly it is. Because when I say Tetris strategy game, I don't know what the fuck you're imagining. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But no, I am putting Tetris pieces down. I'm putting Tetraminos down. I'm putting down some that give me a military. I'm putting down some that give me a farm. I'm putting down some that clear the forest of trees that also gives me extra lumber, and I use the lumber to upgrade my resources. I get extra passives. It's great. you should check this fucking game out if you like Tetris. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are interested in Tetris.
Yeah. I've heard of the Grandmasters are fans of Tetris.
I don't know.
Can I ask listen, this might verge on silly, and I know this is a joke. We don't do jokes on the show.
This is a joke-free podcast. No laughs allowed.
Some silliness allowed, just like light humor. Like humorous, like David Sorrento,
kind of like the New Yorker, kind of like
like a New York comic.
Clever.
Are we allowed jovial humor between like light camaraderie?
Right.
Are we allowed that, Lorelai?
Yeah, of course you're allowed jovial commentary, like camaraderie. Yes.
Yes. So, Scott. Has there been a piece that you love in regular Tetris that has been ruined by one of the pieces in Drop Duchy? Like, is there a piece that's like I used to love the left zigzag, but now I can't fucking stand it anymore. I hate this thing because it's always an enemy base or something.
There's one boss that like has a set map every single time. It's the same map, but like. I have an opening for it every single time. It's a boss where it's like, there's only certain parts of the map where you can put your buildings down. You can put regular pieces in the other ones, but there are other ones where if you want to use your actual things that give you resources, they have to be in specific spots, and if they aren't, you get punished for it. And now, every single time I start a map, and I get an L shape, I get fucking pissed. And I'm like, I can't put my fucking L shape down here. This completely ruins my strategy. So yeah, I'm mad at L shapes right now. I'm really pissed at them.
You hate the backwards L. The backwards L used to bring such a smile to your face.
I used to love the L. I think about the L all the time.
I like that the L can also be a 7. It's very useful.
Well, not anymore. No, 7 used to be lucky, but you used to think of it as the 7 piece, but now you think of the L piece because it's a loss to you.
Right. Yeah. It is an L. I am taking that L.
It's as they say in the Sandlot, it's the L7 weenie.
Well, I didn't know you played baseball.
Other than that, I've been playing. I don't know if we've talked about. I guess it's been a while since we've done a pod. Have you heard about this fucking
Bloodborne?
Oh, you heard about this game, Bloodborne? Bloodborne did get a really good emulation going. So like Bloodborne is kind of having a moment again. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. I haven't really messed with it. Have y'all checked out this fucking Blueprints game?
I watched you play it.
Okay. So it's along the same vein of roguelikes. Blueprints is a roguelike Myst game. It is a like first person puzzle game where you're in a weird place that has a whole bunch of weird stuff, and there's a whole bunch of really obscure puzzles that you're looking at for fucking hours on end, trying to decipher what it could possibly mean. You're taking notes. You're trying to figure out what you can use where and how you make it work. There's a whole bunch of different items you can use with each other in strange and unique ways. You can combine items with each other to have like different effects. And the important like roguelike centered mechanic of it, the RNG aspect of it, is that you're the premise is you have just inherited a house, but you don't own it yet unless you can manage to get to the 46th room of this famous 45 room house. So how you do that is every single time you walk up to a door in the room or in the house, a menu will pop up and say, what room do you want this room to be? And you are drafting rooms as you go. There's like an entire like set of skills required to like to figure out which rooms go where, which rooms synergize with which other rooms. It's such a neat fucking mechanic. It's one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen in terms of like someone trying to figure out how do you make building a house interesting other than just like, playing House Flipper.
Right.
It's really neat. if you're looking for like a mind a mind bending like escape room kind of thing, I would definitely really highly recommend Blueprints. I'm at the point in it where I've long past beaten it. I found the 46th room. I'm done with that.
You own a house. You're a homeowner now.
I'm a homeowner. I own the house.
You're insufferable. That's not true.
I have thoughts about the homeowners association.
Castle doctrine, but let's go in.
But no, like I'm now in the deep end of it where I'm like trying to figure out all of the obscure puzzles, because apparently here's the thing about Blueprints they don't tell you up front. It keeps fucking going.
Right.
Like, it doesn't stop. Once you beat the game, it's not over. It keeps going. I've heard rumors of things. I've seen some things from, like, the fortune teller mechanic that are like, I haven't been there. I've been in this entire house. I don't know where the fuck that is. And it's so brilliant in terms of, like, I don't know. I don't know what I could say without, like, spoiling it, but it's like, I've heard rumors of a level 2.
Whoa. Hey, what if you get to the end of it and it's Metal Gear Solid 5 Part 3?
Yo.
Could be. It could happen.
Whoa.
Lord of the Flies.
The Blueprints was Eli all along. Oh shit!
Yes.
All of a sudden, Norman Reedus comes out.
Normus Reedus, yeah.
Enormous Reedus.
Normus Reedus.
Yes, a giant Norman Reedus steps on the house.
And he goes,
You're describing Kojima's sexual fantasy.
well, the last I heard is that
Norman Reedus inflation.
Enormous Reedus.
The last I've heard is that the community is at level 4. I don't know what that means. I bet they've passed that by now. I'm trying so hard not to look into this stuff too much, but I think I've hit like a breaking point where it's like, these puzzles are getting to me, man. These puzzles are getting to me. And like, so I've heard a lot of people complain about how like the RNG sort of like stifles progression. And I don't necessarily agree with that in like the earlier game where you're still like finding pieces and you're still like putting things together. But like once you've filled out the house and you've gotten all the pieces and you're like just trying, once you're like deep in the late game, that's when it starts to get really frustrating. And I do think there is an element of that where it's like you are where it captures a sense of being a madman scrying all of these ancient texts, trying to find like some sort of connection with some sort of other connection, and then you finally figure it out and you go, aha! And it's like, there's no other game I've played that has ever made me feel like that before, where it's like it really accurately simulates that sort of particular madness. Blueprints is really cool.
Are you worried though, that at one point you're going to be playing and then you're going to get a hint that's like check the window at the end, and you're going to stand up and walk away from the game and check your like window in your own house? Like, are you worried you're going to go down that rabbit hole? You're going to go full House of Leaves.
Oh no, my house is now the house in Blueprints. No!
Yes, you're in the 46th room.
It's gotta be so fucking annoying, like, trying to live in the Blueprints house, because it's like, you have your friends over, and they're like, hey, can I, like, use the restroom? And you're just, like, hand them a couple gems and some keys, and be like, yeah, just, like, see if you
Lorelai,
can get it down that way.
Am I allowed to be mean to Scott on the podcast?
Yes,
I would appreciate it if you would.
You're allowed to be mean.
Why? I'm just picturing Tim Buckley, the Control Alt Delete face on you right now, Scott, as you say that joke out loud. What if the game happened in my own house? Anyway, that's mean. I'm sorry, Scott.
Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. I don't care anymore.
What else has Tim Buckley been playing?
What has Tim Buckley been playing? I would love to know. I think Tim Buckley's doing like serious art now with Control Alt Delete. So I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I did. The last I saw is he did have a. There was a. I don't know if you saw this. Like, someone posted checking in on Control Alt Delete just to see how Tim is doing, and the fucking comic was like, apparently it was Ethan, his friend, and also his friend's gay lover. who is a cop, and they were hanging out together in a game store, and then apparently the cop gets a call, and that there's been a mass shooting.
Yes,
It's
yes.
It's like,
Yes.
how does he keep getting away with it?
He has, not only does he have a Pixar gay person, aka a cop, and he also has there's also like drama. I love it because once again, video games, I don't know if they're art or not, but they intersect with. So it's good to hear that Tim's keeping it up.
Is Cad hype? Is Cad have
Tim
aura?
going buck wild.
Yeah. Is games' art? It has to be because it's inspiring art like this. I can't tell it, It's part of the great dialogue.
Lorelai, Russ, do either of you want to talk about the other games you've listed?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a.
I'm excited
Xenoblade
to talk
Chronicles
about,
X is a new one, isn't it?
because I have Xenoblade Chronicles X feelings.
So
this is a pretty
the new
remake,
stuff they added
isn't
to
it?
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yes. Okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm already a freak for. I still had my fucking Wii U plugged in for years, poking at Xenoblade Chronicles X and doing 9 bazillion damage because it was just fun to watch a big number go and kill things in one hit. You can still do that. And then they gave you moves now that do even more damage, even though there's a damage cap.
Wow.
I'm very sad that a bunch of hackers have ruined the potential 100-way tie on the damage dealing leaderboards because fucking hackers. And of course, Monolith won't do anything about it, which is very sad.
These damn hackers. You sound like the bad guy in a 90s movie. These damn hackers.
These damned hackers ruining my 100-way tie. I just really wanted all of us in the leaderboard to have the exact same number, and every once in a while a name changes because it has trouble calculating. But no, in a serious thing, I'm going through the new stuff they added finally, and I don't know if it's necessary. It's good. I think it's good. There's some interesting stuff in there, but my character's already so broken that it kind of doesn't matter. But it's the same game. It's just a messy, broken, do a billion damage mess with some new story.
Can I share with my? I want to talk to a real Xenoblade Chronicles X head, because I have nothing but respect for you. Y'all are the real heads of the Nintendo world. Or not even Nintendo, I guess JRPG world. I don't. Anyway, to make a long story short, I did play up until you got the Skell on the Wii U, and I was one of the people who was like, okay, I'm gritting my way through. I don't really get the battle system. I'm what some in the biz would call a dum-dum, and I like clawed and fought because I wanted to get that robot so bad. And I gotta give respect to Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I'll never forget the day I finally got the Skell, and it turned out it was like the Pontiac Firebird lemon car of robots. It sucks so bad. And
I was
does
when you first get it.
It's legitimately, it's like, okay, so this is a hand-me-down Volvo where the ignition doesn't work all the time, but don't worry, if you save up and keep doing odd jobs, you might be able to afford a Civic or something sooner or later. I just remember playing that game and being like, what is this? And I feel like they don't make video games like that anymore. They don't make stuff for sickos where you're like, oh, I got the used shitty car.
It is a fucking game for sickos. Let's phrase it this way. When I was playing through, I was already at 100 hours when I got my Skell, because I did every possible thing you could do on feet before I progressed a chapter.
Wow.
I unlocked everything. I killed every notorious monster that it was possible to kill, because when you know how to break that game is just fucking broken. Once you learn the skill synergies you need to instantly have 100 seconds of overdrive, but you're permanently in overdrive mode no matter what you do. You just instantly melt any enemy in the game.
That's cool.
It's it's one of those things where the game just feels good and stupid and is super fun to explore the world on feet because it's so huge.
Right.
And then you get the Skell and it becomes a little bit smaller. And then you get the Skell's ability to fly, and all of a sudden the world is tiny. It takes like 2 minutes to get anywhere at the most. And everything is in your grasp within seconds. And it's really interesting how the game flows with that stuff. And like it's weird. The new content is weird because it's good main story quest writing, whereas before the main story of Xenoblade Chronicles X kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
It's all the side quests that are really good. The side quests where you discover like how much the Manon love pizza. And you have to stop a Manon from winning a place on your city council because they're going to change their entire platform is changing the monetary system to pizza.
Wow.
There's a lot of really dumb, goofy, fun stuff in there. But there's also just like a ton of side quests where, hey, your choice in it actually matters because, hey, if you make the wrong choice, a person will die. And that will reflect in your relationship with people. Like, it does the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 relationship web, but actually does it well. It's such a... You can see how it led to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3, where in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, the best way to play that game is to ignore every fucking side quest because none of them matter, for the most part. Or look up a guide for which ones actually matter because most of them don't. And then you get to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and the side quests are a little more important, a little more world-buildy. And then you get to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where the side quests are just as good at world building and writing as the main quest.
Right.
And all of it you want to see. Like, you can kind of see, like, the growth of what made the series kind of get better writing-wise and character-wise. And like the path of how they figured out. It's really fun to go back through that history of Xenoblade.
Yeah, it's a series that's perpetually on my list. I gotta get to it. The first one always has been like, I remember it was gaming Tales of Yore. What was the name of the project? Where they were gonna get JRPGs over. I only remember the Rocco Bodie parody, Project Wind Whistler. What was it called again? Project Moonfall? What's it called again? You all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The Project Starfish.
Yeah, whatever it was called, where there's somebody screaming at their phone right now, like, you idiots! I was there! I survived that battle! I fist fought Reggie to get that game put out here. But I remember I was at the games. I have so many stories of sliding doors of GameStop being like, I could buy Xenoblade Chronicles, or I could buy Gears of War Judgment, and then making the wrong choice, because when you're a teenager and your gaming dollar extends so short, you're like, well, if I buy a multiplayer thing, I can play that forever.
No, and then friends.
It was Operation Rainfall, and the funny thing is they got all of the games that they wanted localized, but like, you look at the other two that were part of it with like The Last Story and Pandora's Tower, and how none of those had any impact other than Xenoblade, right. Which I wish The Last Story did, because that game was kind of cool.
I remember the trailers for that game being kind of sick. Didn't Project Xseed publish that eventually?
Yeah, Xseed published both that and Pandora's Tower.
Cool. Shouts out Xseed. I don't know if they're gross now or not. I don't know, but they used to put out good stuff. Did they put out the re-release of what What's the game with the angel with the jeans again? What is that called again? Angel with jeans.
Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
No.
Let's see how that search like really pans out for you here, Angel with Jeans.
Angel with jeans.
Video game with special edition that had jeans. What was it called again?
Bullet Witch.
No, not Fancy Pants Adventures. That's a Flash game. Oh my gosh, we'll get back to this. It's like Ascension of the Metatron.
Oh god, I know what you're talking about. El Shaddai, yeah.
El Shaddai.
Yes, there was the game in Japan you could buy with a pair of designer jeans, which I heard the game's not very good besides that, but I would have loved to have worn those jeans.
I know, you're a big jeans freak. You're a big denim head.
I'm a denim head. Selvage all the way, baby. Put it right in the freezer. Get that Lululemon crap out of here, and that's not a joke.
El Shaddai wasn't bad. It was just like mid.
Yeah. But that's Beast, you know?
Yeah.
It is Beast.
It's Beast. It's mid. It came with a pair of jeans.
Stuff that's mid is Beast. If he comes to jeans, that's Beast. Russ, you have Super Mario Odyssey down here for games you played. Are you okay?
Okay, listen. I bought a Switch 2.
You having a realistic panic attack?
I need my comfort game. I need my friend Mario to take care of me. I don't know. You were all making a list. I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey again. I'm its biggest shooter. I'm a Mario freak. I like them all. I feel like there's been blowback against Super Mario Odyssey in recent years, and I'm not really sure where the hate comes from because I'm all about love.
It's because it mainly because of his support of of military hegemony. We don't need to get into it when it comes to Mario.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. I thought this wasn't I thought this was not a politics podcast.
Well, you mentioned. I mean, yeah. I hate to mention you. You mentioned blowback like that, and it's like Mario does get a little bit of it.
It's so true. When are they going to do? They did the season of blowback that had Metal Gear Solid references. When are they going to have the one where they're like, Chapter 3, Morton Koopa Jr. You know what I mean?
I do think they should do that.
They should do that. I don't know what major international conflict lines up with the Koopa kids who are not Bowser's children.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. I want to put that out there again. We have to fight disinformation. Anyway, yeah, I've been playing Mario Odyssey again. I put it on the list because I didn't know if I was supposed to just put stuff on the list or not. I still like Mario Odyssey.
That's fine.
At the time, people didn't like it because Breath of the Wild was such a big deal. And they were like, Mario Odyssey isn't as big a deal as Breath of the Wild is. Now we live in a world where Breath of the Wild is getting its own blowback. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like on my corner of the internet, people don't like it as much. I've always consistently liked those the new Zeldas. They're not.
I don't hate them. Like, I definitely understand how people lament the sort of like loss of the how they try to build 3D Zeldas after Ocarina of Time and stuff.
I'm a grumpy old bitch who just doesn't like 3D Zelda at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a weird. Well, I like pretty much any Zelda. Zelda's a franchise I feel musters up feelings in people that I just don't have. You know what I mean? There's some franchises that people in their heart, it like seeing the title screen like makes them cry. And I see the Ocarina of Time screen. I go, it's Ocarina of Time. I remember that. I like the song. Because my favorite Zelda game, no joke, I think it's still A Link Between Worlds. Because literally, I think it's the most funnest one. On the funnest scale, it's the most funnest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really liked A Link Between Worlds. I thought the 3D stuff was fun.
Between World.
So I don't know. But then I talk about Kingdom Hearts games. I'm like, Roxas, I'm tearing up about Roxas and Demyx. And people see Roxas and Demyx and they're like, I want to beat that guy in the head with a hammer. So I don't know. It's all kind of your emotional response to these things, right?
True.
Anyway, all I'm saying is that I was like, well, now that Breath of the Wild is now contentious, I was ready for the Super Mario Odyssey renaissance. People were going to be back. They're going to be on Mario's side again. I never felt like it ever got that, but at the same time,
the Chip Cheesin did his Let's Play, and then as soon as that happens, it's basically over for a game.
Yes, when that guy plays the video game and nobody else plays it afterwards, so true.
Exactly. Exactly, because he does everything in it, and he does it better than everyone else. So it's like, why would I even bother?
Wow.
I can tell Russ isn't a big like Chip Cheesem guy.
I've heard the name before. I think I've even heard him on a podcast before. He seemed like a swell guy. I just don't. I like. When was the last time I watched a Let's Play? Like even the term Let's Play feels like it's from 2009 to me.
I'll watch his Let's Plays. His Let's Plays are good. They're like, okay, here's a game. Like every single game he plays is like a game he knows how to play super super well. So it's like, and he tends to oscillate between a whole bunch of things. Like he did an insane Metal Gear Solid 5 Let's Play where the entire premise of it was he was playing 3 different characters who had 3 different play styles. Which is, the game is fucking huge as it is. But it was like, it was a really, really solid Let's Play. And then it's like, right after that, he's like, well, I guess I'll just play Super Mario Odyssey now. And he's doing crazy, trick jumps and everything, like doing skips and stuff, like just does. It's like, and it's like, it's funny too, because he seems like the most laid back person,
Right.
Yeah. I like his stuff. Just generally like a very fun, like, Let's Player to watch. Like, we don't really get the same sort of, like, something awful style Let's Play anymore,
Yeah.
Like, Let's Plays are always, like, some guy sits down and goes, I'm gonna play this game today. You know what I mean?
Listen, the only Let's Players I support are the weird ones that show up on my recommendations that only have about 25 views. And they're like, cheese... Wait, no, that sounds like Chip Cheesem. It's just like
not that
Franklin 25's Pokemon Emerald playthrough. So those are the kind of creators I support.
Honestly, scrolling through, letting yourself go through the YouTube holes of creators like that leads to some pretty fun stuff.
Okay, listen.
Or
maybe
racist.
Next time I will click.
Or racist. Yeah.
But sometimes you get like you fall in this hole of like, hey, I'm watching this guy, and then you run into some guy sitting in a chair in front of a CRT reviewing Nintendo 64 games.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, this is delightful. This is just me in high school.
I respect that. I respect it.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like history YouTubers where you're like, oh, I'd listen to something about the what Romans used to eat, and then they're like, Roman food was better before the other people started coming into the country, and you're like, oh no, it's one of these history people. No, the food was better before foreign people started coming in and messing with the delicious cuisine.
Oh no, you don't understand. When cultures mix, they do cool things. They like teach each other stuff. Oh man, I hate racism.
The danger of the YouTube hole is you just let autoplay go, and you get one of two things: something, or one of three things.
Let's get into this.
Bland, something that is actually interesting, or a vile racist. Those are your only three options.
What's a night? Okay, so there's a bad hole. The famous bad hole in fiction is the Sarlacc pit. Sometimes you're going to wind up in the Sarlacc pit. Can you think of what's like a nice hole?
Oh, I can think of a lot of nice holes.
Yeah.
But I think
drop one on me, Scott. I almost called you Boss Man Scott.
I don't really want to talk about that right now. You know what I do want to talk about though is the news.
Oh, the news.
The news.
The news.
Scott just flipped the brim of his cap and revealed a press card in the band of their derby.
New rule of the podcast. No hats allowed.
Oh, come on. You know I'm a hat guy. You know I'm a hat guy.
Look, I need to prepare this for when we live stream. No hats. We need to see your beautiful hair.
Players are girl cotting Infinity Nikki.
So I'm wearing one of the, like a gambler's visor. Like what?
That works. That works. It doesn't cover the top of your head. You're safe.
Well, I'm so glad you brought this up because we're talking about gacha, and I know how much you love to gamble.
Yes. I am a gambling addict. Famously.
And you've been in this Infinity Nikki. You've been trying to like get all of the beautiful outfits, and you're really upset with what they've done with the monetization.
Yes, I definitely know a lot about Infinity Nikki and the beautiful outfits.
All the beautiful outfits.
I know people on Twitter who post it. Okay, I know one person. I think they contribute to your site.
No, we know. We're all fully aware of Rose's Infinity Nikki outfit of the day.
Yes. Well, listen. I hope that you know what? I'm so sick of this. They got to return Infinity Nikki to the fans. Once again, these greedy conglomerates are taking it away from the fans.
It to the fans.
Just like Ghostbusters or Star Wars, it needs to go back to the fans. Anyway, please continue with the story.
Anyways, so Infinity Nikki dropped a 1.5 update, which made a whole bunch of changes that players were not happy about. I only sort of have like a tangential grasp on Infinity Nikki as it is. So as I understand it, what they've done is one, they completely changed the beginning of the story to sort of like retcon what happens in the like original intro. And also retcon a whole bunch of other stuff to sort of just be like, oh, it was just a dream, essentially.
And it's like Dallased it?
Yeah, basically. So a lot of people aren't happy about that. We did actually talk with Rose a bit about it, because Rose is our resident Infinity Nikki player, and Elvie is as well. I think Elvie's been playing it a lot more. But they both shared their opinions on it, and like, it seemed more so that the story stuff was not necessarily stuff that they were concerned about, in terms of like, you know, there's been a lot of pushback about people being upset with that, because like they really liked where the story was at. But Rose came to it from a like, well, this is an interesting twist, I want to see where they go from here sort of perspective.
Let him cook.
Which is something I don't think, let him cook. I don't think that's something a lot of people, in terms of like trying to establish a like firm moral stance about everything that Infold Games has done with this game, it really like, you know, plays into that narrative. But it does seem like they did a whole bunch of other things that people weren't happy about. It seems like the monetization has gotten a lot worse, like evidently worse. Like in order to complete an outfit, you need to now get even more parts than you needed to before, which increased like the amount of pulls that you need to make in order to get it.
So hats are getting more expensive in the world of Infinity Nikki?
Hats are getting more expensive.
Just like the real
tariffs
world?
are hitting hard. Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go politics mode, but it sounds like it. Even in the fantasy world of Infinity Nikki, it's limited Nikki now. She's limited.
It also sounds like the update introduced a whole bunch of bugs and like extra instability.
It's wild how many glitches I've seen from people.
It does sound like in a nice fashion game, I wouldn't want to see a bunch of bugs.
No,
I just did a joke. Was that jovial merriment or was that a joke? I apologize.
That was a joke that is not allowed. Please.
No. I do think that was merriment.
I expect a 2-page apology letter posted to the site.
Oh my god.
No, Lorelai. No. I do think that was jovial merriment, because I did hear Russ say that, and I went, "Oh, that's clever."
Just a lie. I mean, Lorelai's the ultimate, you know, they're the producer here.
I am the director. I am
director. You've already given yourself a promotion.
I'm giving myself another upgrade.
So you're going to be the damn dictator of the podcast. Yes. That's not how a democracy goes. Democracy dies in darkness. Okay.
Please, no.
What if it spreads from here a video game podcast and enters local politics? Have you ever been concerned about that before? I'm just saying.
Anyways, from what I've heard, it does sound like the bugs for the most part have been like resolved. That's something they're trying to fix like as quickly as possible. So it sounds like that has at least improved. But this update has landed so poorly that the community has been calling for a boycott to such a degree that like the official channels and like the in-game chat have both like censored the word boycott. And now, so as a result, the Infinity Nikki community has started calling it a girl cot.
Wow.
And you know what? It's such a fucking powerful move, especially for what is considered, I think, like one of the biggest girl games like nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
one of the biggest since the Casio Loopy.
Women are getting it done. Women are girl-coding Infinity Nikki, and I hope they get exactly what they want out of this situation.
The girl bosses are seizing the girly means of production.
There are some guys girl-coding Infinity Nikki as well. Girl-coding is gender inclusive.
Yes.
Right. No, obviously. Echo the Dolphin. You heard of this?
Hear about this? Why are you talking like Jay Leno all of a sudden?
You hear about this?
Hey. Jay, come on, don't bring up Echo the Dolphin again, Jay. That's my Kevin impression.
How do you feel about that dolphin? Wait, what?
Hey, Russ, no joke. How do you feel about 2 Echo the Dolphin remasters coming?
Wow. So Echo the Dolphin is the ultimate game that shows up on Sega Genesis collections that you play for 15 minutes and go, what the fuck am I doing? That or Vector Man. But I always have respect for it, and I've listened to the soundtrack a lot, so I feel like I have somewhat of an emotional connection. Did anybody ever read the book, that awful Console Wars book, like the Level Up the Console Wars book?
No, I don't think I read that one. No.
Oh, okay.
I have read one of those. I've read like a couple of those books, but I don't think I've ever read Console Wars.
Their fictionalized account of how Echo the Dolphin came into being, where Ted Kalinske was confronted by Spencer Nilsson or whatever, and he was like, "Listen, man, I've got a game that's gonna change minds. It's gonna get people thinking about the ocean and the return. He was spouting James Cameron Way of Water shit years ahead through Echo the Dolphin. So I always got mad respect for Echo the Dolphin. I'm down for more.
I also have mad respect for Echo the Dolphin because I played through that entire game with cheating, and that game goes places. It's kind of insane.
I mean, should we just say it is a 20-year-old video game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you do find the spaceship, right? And the first one's is the spaceship. The second one, it's something else. It's Atlantis in the second one?
Yeah, I think so, but I just love that. Yeah, it's just these dumb sci-fi games that are.
And you may think we're breaking the joking contract we have here, but it's not a joke.
I'm looking at the Echo the Tides of Time wiki page real quick.
Yeah, that one also has time travel.
Okay, so yeah, I was about to say, I just saw this line here that says, after exploring the future, Echo finds his old friend Asterite, who explains the events that transpired in Echo's time. Though Echo had defeated the Vortex Queen survived and followed him back to Earth. Hold on, what's going... Okay, hold on. I think I sort of missed what... I thought Echo was like... I thought Echo the Dolphin was about, like, you know...
It's love.
Protecting the ocean. And love, obviously. It's love. Okay,
also,
well...
I'm trying to think... Sorry, Scott, please continue. I have a thought, but I will come to it later.
So Russ, you said you wanted more Echo the Dolphin. They have you covered. Its original creators, its original team has gotten back together, not only to re-release Echo the Dolphin, but also Echo the Tides of Time, but also to make another brand new sequel to Echo the Tides of Time, a new Echo game. And also, it's funny because it looks like these other Echo games, Echo Junior and the Great Ocean Treasure Hunt, Echo the Dolphin, the Defender of the Future.
I'm just hoping that they
all considered non-canon at this point.
We have to consider those non-canon as they are not part of the extended. We've retconned the entire extended Echo universe. To no longer be canon because, people just didn't vibe with it.
Yeah, I'm raising my hand like you can see my hand.
We have cast Pedro Pascal as Echo the Dolphin. You will die when you hear him go.
I almost forgot my favorite Echo the Dolphin lore.
What is it, Russ? Please tell me.
We all know that the creator of Echo the Dolphin was it was his two. They were his two big projects, and then he wanted to follow it up on a game about his love of blues music, hence Mr. Bones. Do you think Mr. Bones could be incorporated back into the Echoverse? Do you think Mr. Bones could be there? Slinging the guitar. Hey,
or
Echo,
is Echo
let's
part of the
jam out, Echo.
Bonerverse?
The Bonerverse.
The Bonaverse.
This
is not a joking podcast. I would never say boner.
Yo, Echo, let's jam. So I would love to see that. I hope I got that right. If the Echo the Dolphin guy went on to do that. Now I'm like worried. I'm like, wait, was he another weird Sega guy?
I mean, yeah, he worked on a whole bunch of Sega things. I'm looking.
Yeah, he did do Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones was his thing. Okay.
He worked on Mort the Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We're so lucky that we still, everybody.
Wait, why is he credited in? Wait. Why is he credited in Pizza Tower?
Because Mort the Chicken's in Pizza Tower. Spoiler alert.
Oh right, yes, I forgot. Oh my god. That's crazy. I guess
Peppino going to be in Echo the Dolphin?
Is Peppino gonna be in Echo?
Yo, it's me, Mr. Bones and Peppino. Let's jam out, brother. It's gonna be a great time.
Now there was a canceled Echo game called Echo 2 Sentinels of the Universe.
Yes.
It's just really good.
Yes. I would love to meet the Sentinels of the Universe.
It's the new Echo game gonna try and be Echo 2.
He also made Colibri, which is a hummingbird game for the 32X. This guy's cool. We like I was gonna say, we always are obsessed with like the weird old Japanese guys. We need to honor some of our weird American guys too.
Yeah.
Ed Annunziata shouts out. Who's the guy who did Space Giraffe again?
No idea off the top of my head.
Oh my god, what's his name?
Giraffe.
Jeff Minter. Shouts out Jeff Minter. Tempest
Jeff
2000.
Minter, a classic guy. Yeah, Tempest, Polybius, I believe, was him as well.
Yes. We gotta honor our weird American guys too, and our weird European guys. Where's Eric Chahi these days? The Out of This World guy. Remember him? He made a bad Populous clone for the Xbox 360. I put a lot of time into. What was that game called again? What was that game called again? From Dust. Remember From Dust?
I did not play From Dust.
Yeah, it had a vibe.
That sounds really familiar, though. Yeah. That is definitely an Xbox 360-ass game, yeah.
Yeah, it really was. Shouts out. Anyway, if anybody, sound off in the chat with your weird old video game guy. They should give another game.
Now, Russ, you've gotten this. You have the Switch 2 now, as we understand.
Yeah, I have it in my hands. I'm clicking on Lorelai now with the mouse. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing.
Wow.
Can you tell me about the game that you spent $10 on to walk around the inside of a controller with a tech demo?
Yeah, I'm in there right now. I'm walking around. Oh, I'm walking in the fans. Oh, I'm getting blown away.
No.
Oh, wow.
Russ, come back.
Switch 2 literally blows
you. Yeah, blows you away. Come on now.
Well, Russ, this is exciting.
Sorry, no jokes. I need to remember.
Yeah,
Russ,
please.
This is exciting because the Switch 2 is getting Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Are you excited to finally check out the new tarnished version of Elden Ring?
Well, I'm a Switch gamer, and my mommy won't let me play any rated M games. But now that the Switch 2 is getting Elden Ring 2, I think might now be the time for me to check it out.
It's also getting Duskbloods.
Duskbloods?
But not Night Rain. You haven't seen Duskbloods?
Oh. What it
No. You messaged me about Duskbloods the day it happened. You did.
I was going to make a joke about like Bloodborne. I heard Bloodborne 2 got announced, but what's Duskbloods?
I'm in our chat right now.
I can't believe they turned it into an extraction shooter.
Yeah, it's called Marathon.
April 2nd, 2025 at 11:59 a.m. Scott Duskblood. Right after the Switch 2 reveal.
Well,
I still think the best part of the Switch 2 reveal was in their sizzle reel when they showed the EA-produced Koei Tecmo Monster Hunter Wild Hearts, the game that they stopped all development on because it was such a disaster for a while.
Really?
Apparently is coming to Switch too. So
That's
maybe
awesome.
they're starting up development on it again.
What if it's like a Unity asset drop, like it's on the Steam store or something? Except there's like 2 monsters in it. That'd be awesome. So people can enjoy like the Arc experience on their Switch now, though.
God. So, anyways, Tarnished Edition of Elden Ring is going to be adding, as far as we understand now, 2 new starting classes. One of them is a Heavy Knight, and one of them that has been roughly translated to the Knight of Ides. And this Knight of Ides character apparently has the starting weapon of the Light Greatsword Milady from the DLC, which is a weapon
fedora.
that is insanely good. Like, an absurdly strong, like, endgame weapon that you just get as a starting weapon now.
So wait.
I'm like rubbing my temples. I'm like, why are they doing this to me?
Is that when we're gonna finally do our Elden Ring seamless co-op playthrough?
Let's do it. Let's start it.
So I can tip my fedora at you and go, "Milady."
You can have Milady if you want. I don't know if you...
Okay, real quick, I thought no hats on the podcast. I thought that rule got established earlier.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, if I'm wielding Milady, I need my fedora.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. Lorelai, I know you're going to like this, because the way... The Light Greatsword class is a brand new weapon type in Elden Ring that came with Shadow of the Erdtree. But this weapon type, I can only describe it as a sword for lesbians. That's
the
basically how it works.
That will be break if it's not wielded by a lesbian. I'll add the trophy.
Exactly. It's got exactly the moveset you would expect a lesbian sword to have. It's perfect.
Wow.
Fuck.
And they're just giving it away now. That's crazy. Giving it away.
Well, I gotta ask the big question though. But I guess we're doing it right now because I'm doing the shtick. Bossman Scott, what does this imply in the lore?
The lore. Oh my god, the lore. I guess it would mean that they're adding lesbians as a starting class, and frankly, I respect that very deeply. Yeah. That's a big LGBT win.
There's not some like 2,000 word Reddit post about Milady being from the Shadow Realm, but this guy starts with it.
I mean, we'll see. We don't know the lore yet. We don't have the item descriptions yet. We'll see.
I should download it and play it on my Switch 2 that I have on me in my lap right now.
Wow, and I love being clicked by you. And our last
not a
piece
joke. You do like it.
I do like it. It is an interesting feeling I've never felt before. Our final news story: Giant Bomb has officially been sold to Giant Bomb.
Wow.
Fandom has sold Giant Bomb to the existing Giant Bomb team, specifically to Jeff Bakalar and to Jeff Grubb. And that team consists of Bakalar, Grubb, Jan Ochoa, and Dan Reichert. These are the 4 people who are now in charge of Giant Bomb, which is now a fully independent venture.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, me and Lorelai, I think, share a similar opinion here of like, those are people who are not particularly interesting to us in terms of like a Giant Bomb staff. You know what I mean?
I am really happy for him. I actually really like Jan and Jason.
Yeah, Jan gave me a t-shirt one time.
But like, I will always be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Dan's childlike behavior.
It does seem like Dan has chilled out.
Yeah. Now he does have it's the kind of thing where that's around the time I stopped watching Giant Bomb because I just wasn't enjoying it anymore.
Right.
But I am like so happy for these guys.
Right.
Like I am genuinely like, as much as it's like I'm probably not going to watch much. Well, unless they start expanding things, and I'm excited for what they could do. The thing that would be really interesting to me is if they take this opportunity to like start to collab more with the other like
Giant Bomb offshoots. You know, like if they like bring Jeff Gerstmann back to do some stuff while he's been doing his own independent stuff.
Bring Austin in sometime.
Like I was gonna say, if they do some stuff with like Remap Radio and Nextlander, the Nextlander has been doing
Avengers.
Yeah, they have the Giant Bomb Avengers. Nextlander has been doing their Patreon show, There's Never Been a Better Podcast, which is literally just the entire crew of the Giant Beast cast.
Wow.
And they've just been continuing that, and that's sort of been like a small, like, low-key thing that's been happening. But also that's a Patreon show, so it's like people don't really hear about it as much. That's for the people who are dedicated enough to be spending that money on Nextlander. So
I'm a fan of sports, okay? And in my head, I go like, oh man, Mitch Marner's a free agent this off season. He could come to the Kraken if he'd be willing to, be on a subprime team. Is that kind of how you feel about like Jeff Gerstmann, where he's like the Mitch Marner of game journalism? He's like the free agent, and they could pick him up.
It's sort of like,
but do they have the cap space? That's the big question,
It's sort of like if Jeff Gerstmann went to do a team all by himself, and also he's doing really good at it.
I mean, that's practically that's practically Connor McDavid and the freaking Edmonton Oilers right now. Am I right, folks?
Exactly. Fucking hell.
You know what I mean, folks? I'm just gonna say it like it is. Where's Draisaitl? He's not showing up.
I legitimately not since Ovechkin was good at hockey has there been a guy just carry a team on his back.
Yeah, we gotta say here, folks. And where's Hallebuck? He was supposed to do that, but I don't know. I'm not watching the Jets game. Anyway, Scott, please, would you like to continue with that? Whatever you're talking about.
I would actually love to continue with that, because we did have a Polygon.
How can I make this a conversation I care about? Let's see.
Let's talk about hockey for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's not. Let me finish the story. Polygon did...
would you say Jeff Gerstmann's the Mikko Rantanen right now of journalism?
Okay.
Anyway, please. Okay.
Polygon was recently sold to Valnet and hit with a whole bunch of massive layoffs, which is like
the Arizona Coyotes to
really
fuck.
But that's like a whole bunch of really, really talented people. Some of them have already landed on their feet, but like a whole bunch of people like Patrick Gill, Chris Plant, Nicole Carpenter has already joined Aftermath, which is another big independent news outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
it was started by all Polygon people who got laid off.
Exactly. So we are sort of in an interesting situation where a whole bunch of like really big like foundational like talent in games journalism is now in the free agency zone of Russ, and Russ is going fucking nuts hearing me say something like that.
Oh my god,
he's losing his damn mind.
I heard the offseason this year in hockey is terrible. People are gonna pay up to $10 million for Nikola Ehlers or Brock Besser. You kidding me? Now you could get whoever you were talking about a second there for a dime compared to those two, right, Lorelai?
Yeah. I am interested, speaking of sports, where my buddy Sumit Sarkar from Polygon ends up. I hope he finds a successful place. Because
he's got great vision. He sees the field better than everyone else. His passing is incredible. The shooting is not quite there yet. And by that, I mean the shooting video. They're more of a words person. But but I think they have maybe what it takes to be a top 6 player in the league of games journalism.
But as I was trying to say before all of this, I was rudely interrupted. This, like a whole bunch of people like now leaving Polygon. A lot of like foundational institutional talent and knowledge. Like, how much of that does an independent Giant Bomb try and scoop up? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's so many interesting possibilities right now. I hate to fantasy book the territory, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like
Scott's coming in with the pro wrestling stuff.
Right, but like we're in it's obviously not with what happened with Polygon, it's obviously not the most optimistic, but it's like we were so ready to see Giant Bomb die. Like it felt like it was dying a slow death.
Yes.
For a really long time, being sold to corporation who just were underfunding it. and like all of the people that you love from it leave, and it's like they're trying their best with what they have. They weren't booking their champions strong. Their undercard wasn't there.
All their guys are going into the indies.
Yeah, the women's division was being gutted. That's me saying Voidburger got
one
laid
women
off.
Employee left.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But now as a fully independent venture, and obviously it's going to depend on how much capital they receive, because fucking running an independent company is hard, even when you're something like Giant Bomb that is massively community supported. Like we don't know what that looks like. We can only really assume right now that their budget is only going to be able to sustain the people that they already have. But hopefully this is a chance for them to grow.
I mean, the things they've been tweeting have been interesting, like talking about places with a couch in California and stuff like that. And like, it does make it sound like they are like wanting to hire more people and have an actual office again instead of doing all their streaming from home. Like, part of the reason I stopped watching was even, like, just... There was a camaraderie when it's 4 guys sitting on a couch, but when it's 4 guys sitting in their living room, kind of recording a podcast, recording gameplay together, it just loses something.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's people who sit around in a Discord call and try and stream together and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
But you know what you kind of know what I'm saying.
There's a vibe that like early Giant Bomb had that like no other gaming site was matching, and the fact that Giant Bomb for a really long time hasn't had that has felt really like it's felt a little like its soul was missing. Yeah, and I like. Even if I'm not super interested in, like, what Jeff Grubb or Jeff Bakalar or like, Dan Reichert are doing, like, they seem to at least understand what makes Giant Bomb interesting. Yeah. And I trust in them to have, like, a vision forward. And a part of that is, like, getting an office open again. That's a great first step.
Yeah, it's why I said, like, all the things that they are saying, I am really hoping for their success and excited to see what they do.
And can I be honest? I'm going to say something.
I would love for you to be honest and also emotionally.
Lorelai, is that one of the rules? Is that honesty is king here?
Is that
yes, honesty is queen.
As queen, honesty is queen. All I remember, I did visit the Giant Bomb studio in real life.
Wow!
And it was smaller than I wanted it to be. It was too small.
I've heard it's very small. It's way smaller than you expect.
It seems so full of your friends, and then you see it in person, and you're like, "This is."
You understand why they were crowding around that computer back there the way they were.
And I hope that whatever new studio they go into, it's bigger. But I could walk in and be like, "Oh, it's more than just a couch." Literally, it was just like a corner of their their office was like a half a room. I'm sure it was. Hey, Jan gave me a T-shirt. It was very nice.
They did say, "I'm sorry, we're not hiring at this time."
Yeah, I did sneak in. I'm so funny though. I spent $1,000 on comedy class.
My bits are so good, and I spent $750.
Yeah.
See, you're still like $50 away from the point where you would be allowed to make a joke on the Gamesline podcast. Once you hit that 1,050, you've crossed the threshold into allowed to comedy.
I gotta look in my local area to see if there's any like $50 comedy workshops.
You can just give Lorelai $50.
Yeah, you could do that too. I mean,
I'm accessing my bank account via my Switch 2 and using the mouse and clicking.
You're logging into X the Everything app so you can manage your finances.
It looks like I don't have any money because I bought a Switch 2.
Oh, no.
Fool that I am.
I think that's a podcast. I think we're done. Russ, our beautiful esteemed guest. Where can people find you, and what have you been doing?
Well, check out May 18th, Delgo 2, movie of the summer. Buy some popcorn, add some butter and salt to it, and just enjoy and just laugh and smile, because so often, the way that movies are these days, they're basically
there's
pornography.
There's not enough smiling. Yeah, that's a lot of pornography, and there's not enough smiles.
There's not enough smiles. Movies are meant to make you frown. I watched Thunderbolts the other day, and it was about a bunch of mean people being mean to each other.
Yes.
And over again, and there's such rudeness these days when it comes to the cinema. And we're the first movie to ever bypass the cinema. We're not going to theaters.
No.
And we're saying
in fact, it's not even actually a movie. We're just reading the script. It's just a table read of the script.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful script. And we have a great cast. We have Robbie Dude. We have fucking goddammit Sarah from Twitter. Sarah Marvelous on Twitch. We have Josh Bowerman, Bosch J. We've got fucking we got Melody Burst, excellent fucking real funny people. We got my buddy Caro Carumble as Philo. He absolutely fucking kills it. It's insane how good everyone is on this.
They're really saying Caro's the next Chris Kattan.
We're really saying Caro is the next Chris Kattan.
They're saying that they can fill those shoes. I don't know if Chris Kattan is alive or dead or not. But if they are dead, Hollywood has a backup.
He's basically dead with what we're fucking killing him with. You know what I mean?
So true. And no attack against Philo in the first movie, but sometimes you fall off and you need to be replaced. Mm-hmm. That's called nature. Okay, like I said, nature is about what did I say? It's about violence and fucking.
It's violence and fucking. And fucking. My buddy Abby Denton, she after doing her amazing one-man show in Hollywood, she's back on the grind, and she is in our script. She's playing none other than the villainous Sedessa.
Oh, spoiler alert! But yeah.
It's okay. Listen, I won't spoil. Listen, I won't spoil who Max Newland is playing.
Only in flashback. Let me tell you, wink. Only in flashback, as far as you know, wink.
And let me tell you, Max Newland fucking kills it. But where it's an insane cast. We've got former Gamesline head Solon in there as well.
Wow.
If you like Solon, we got our buddy Pseudo in there. We have Alan. Alan's in there.
Yeah. That's my other plug.
My former podcast co-host Tim is in there as well, and now you have a podcast co-host as well, don't you?
Yes. I have my own podcast, and it too is journalism. It's a Hogcast Speedy Delivery, the #1 independent Sonic pizza podcast on the planet. I've been doing it for a decade with my friend Alan. It's about Sonic the Hedgehog and pizza. That was really funny in 2013. And now it's like a curse. Have you ever heard of a video game called Dark Souls 2?
Russ, I've heard of Dark Souls 2.
What's the curse in that game? Isn't it like the seedbed? No. What's the curse in that game called again?
That's the Dung Eater's curse. Now, yes. Russ, you do consider yourself something of a scholar of the first sin.
Well, no, the scholar of the first sip, which is on your stream. I do take a sip. I take one sip of a drink and then review it. Well, that's different kind of journalism. We don't do that on this show.
But you do a sipping segment in Hogcast Speedy Delivery, do you not?
Yeah, we do a drink segment, but it changes based on whatever movie's coming up. Our last one was called Thunder Burps. Oh, it was A's, 2's, 4's, which is short for a 2 sips in 4 seconds each. Thunder Burps, an elevated drink critique, aka the new refreshers, which is when we reviewed. We were leading up to the Thunderbolts release, and we were drinking a drink every week. I did have the Hongyeon soda. If that excites you, you know what I mean?
That is exciting. I'm really excited to hear that.
Pretty good. Though you'll have to listen to the podcast for the full review. But yeah, for a decade we've been talking about inane garbage. Alan has put the Jack Black Flint and Steel noise on their soundboard. So if you want to hear that every 10 minutes,
Flint and
check it out.
Steel.
Flint and Steel. We did talk
exciting.
about we of the latest episode. We talked about that Alan is going to dress up as Minecraft Steve for Halloween, and then give out lava chicken, which is a Costco rotisserie chicken, and he's going to break off pieces and put it in kids. In what do you call it? Candy baskets. Just like here you go. Here's a piece of chicken. You know what I mean? So, that's the kind of podcast we do. It's journalism. We talk about Sonic the Hedgehog and pizza every week, even though I don't eat that much pizza anymore because I'm trying to cut. And then also, the last handful of Sonic games I've been ambivalent about it at best. So, shouts out. Check out Sonic the Hedgehog or Hawkcast Speed Delivery, the number one.
Check out Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
No, sorry to interrupt your plug. Sorry, please.
Yeah, anyway,
get the whole name out there. No,
but
please.
it's a good show. I've been told that if you want to succeed, you have to be confident about the product you put out. It's a good show. Okay, if you want to hear about the lava chicken that you put in a kid's the lava chicken you put in a kid's pillowcase on Halloween, it's the place to go to.
And I've been on a couple episodes, and those are the ones people like.
Yes, those are that's Scott is our senior video game correspondent. It's kind of like you hear what he does for a full hour and a half on this show. You can hear for about 15 minutes over there before we tell Scott to shut up, and we talk about Nick too. We talk about Doug for 2 hours. And we talk about Doug more than the average person should.
And if you think me and Russ have a very specific tete-a-tete, an interesting rapport that you like to hear, you can come check out our stream on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/FKA.
Well, it's Scott's stream. I always unfortunately wind up on it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be there, and I'm really should. I'm
not supposed to be there, and every time I make the stream much worse because Scott's so much funnier without me on it.
But no, it's a good stream.
Oh, it's an amazing stream. And Scott, Bossman Scott is one of the greats of our time.
This obviously on Sunday we're going to be doing Delgo 2, the table read, but also this Tuesday is we're finally having the call of dragons. We're feeling the call. We can hear the call, and we're gonna be able to soar with the dragons above if this episode comes out before Tuesday. If it doesn't, then check out the VOD channel.
Yes. Prepare to soar with the dragons. It's just like
Call of Dragons. And
listen, Delgo 2 is going to do Way of Water numbers, and then our stream next Tuesday. Fuck Disney World. You don't need to go on Banshee Flight of Passage, the Avatar attraction at Disney World's Animal Kingdom. You can just watch the flight. What is the name of the game again, Scott? You've said it 3 times. Call of Dragons.
Call of Dragons.
Yes. You can ride that ride, and you will feel like you're flying on the back of a dragon while watching the stream.
And I will ensure that they will give me at least $40.
I'm tired.
Lorelai, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me pretty much everywhere on Blue Sky and Twitch at twitch.tv/judgmentscythe, where I'm a fun transgender cat girl VTuber who just loves playing RPGs and games like 1000 Cross Resist times 12. But most recently, I've been playing a lot of JRPGs, and that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of. I'm going to be playing through the Lunar Remaster soon.
When are you going to get to a cool game like Assassin's Creed or the Call of Duty Black Ops 2?
To be fair, I already played through Assassin's Creed. It's not bad. It was pretty good.
Which Assassin's Creed? I fell off after Black Flag, I think. That's when I'm good.
I am like the resident Ubisoft open world game enjoyer, kind of. So
you were the kid who likes erasing things with your eraser until it scratches through the paper.
I like checklist games when they feel good to play. So do you
like going to the grocery store just to walk around and look at stuff? That's kind of how it feels. Sometimes it feels good.
Sometimes, which is why I like Assassin's Creed. The Viking one sucked ass.
Oh no!
But no, it's not a terrible game. Okay, it's pretty good.
And you know what's not terrible is our website, Gamesline.net. You can go to Gamesline.net, come check that shit out. We've been posting a whole bunch of interviews Franny has been doing with people from PAX West. last year. They've been excellent. And also, we did our game of the year, which was a little bit more reserved, a little bit more laid back. It was just our own personal list this year. We'll see what game of the year brings in future years, but I think like this one, I think just a nice little chill one this year was something we really needed.
Should I get my game of the year real quick? What was my game of the year?
What was your game of the year?
Yeah, I guess you can, little Russ, yeah.
What was my game of the year? God, that's a good question. What did I play last year? Y'all got these lists. You have Excel spreadsheets. I like the new Yakuza game. Or, excuse me,
and
like
that's
the Dragon.
a great
Infinite
game
Well.
of the year.
Game of the year! It's the one I remember. Did Rebirth come out last year?
Yes.
It did, yes.
Okay, it's probably Rebirth then. I put like 150 hours. And listen, I went on a date with Tifa. It was pretty good.
Okay, great. Well, we don't need to keep talking about this.
No, it's got the famous story where I maxed out my affection meter with Tifa without knowing there was an affection meter. I got the secret.
And I got Aerith. And I got Aerith. And I got Aerith, okay?
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine. We don't. And Aerith's great. I love Aerith. Okay. Yeah. No.
She's
no.
funny.
It's fine that you got. It's fine that you got Tifa. It's fine that you got Tifa.
It's
okay?
true. It's fine. She is fine.
It's okay.
She's.
You can find us. You can find us on Twitter at the Gamesline, BlueSkyGamesline.net, Tumblr Gamesline.com Tumblr Gamesline.tumblr.com. Put a /ask right after that if you want to ask us a question on this very podcast. YouTube.com at the Gamesline. Twitch.tv, Gamesline TV, which, stay tuned on that. We might be doing something, we might be doing a new regular show on there. Keep your nose to the
Twitch stone.
One. Yeah, keep your nose to the Twitch stone.
I got it. Do you all have a sign off for your...
Well, let me finish the plug, and then we'll get to that. You can go to our Patreon to support us, patreon.com/Gamesline. $3 gets you our anime podcast a week early, unlimited railworks. Our Discord is thegamezone.zone, and our music is Crush by Melt Channel off the album Magic is Real. You can check their stuff out at meltchannel.bandcamp.com and magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. That is a podcast. Russ, what do you want to sign us out with?
Yeah, I have a good one. You can end all your podcasts like this. You could say, keep your peepers creeping and your games on the line.
Chug it. No,
Chugga?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
Keep your peepers creeping and keep your games on the line. It works. Lorelai, any feelings?
My soul just died.
What? Come on, it's better than you think. Okay, go with the original one and see it. Sound off in the chat if you like this new one.
Okay. Well, let's just do what we normally do, which is check us out next time for another episode of the Gamesline podcast. Chugga chugga and
choo choo.
Goodbye.